What's going on, Cowboy Faithful? It's your boy DMV back with another one here to recap episode 1 of the Hardknocks episode last night. But before you do anything else, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come up with content. All right, man, let's jump into it, man. So, opening scene was your boy Dak coming in, talking about the injury from last year. It was a pretty emotional scene. If you were a Cowboy fan, you remember it like it was yesterday, but he kind of talked through it from his eyes, from his perspective. And, and then they kind of cut to him practicing the first day, which I thought was pretty dope, how the transition went from that to that. And then, they go to a meeting room where Mike McCarthy shows the analytics of his first day of practice and how they want to cut his reps a little bit. And this right here really, to me, was the I guess what you would say, the first part of the episode where there was maybe some dramatics a little bit, where Dak is pissed off. And I really wasn't expecting that because, he's the wholesome guy that we see a lot. But if you're around football, you know that football is a grown man's game. So you're going to hear a lot of grown man language. And seeing him so pissed off, I really like that. And it makes me like him more as a player, actually, because I already liked him. I already known he was competitive. But to see that, something as simple as getting reps and getting his rhythm was that important to him. He's a gamer. Sometimes he wasn't always in having the best practices over the past couple of years, but him sitting out for however long he was very anxious to get back out there. And, he dropped a lot of F-bombs, and I thought it was pretty dope. I liked it a lot. And then, fast forward, then they kind of cut to Zeke Elliott, where it's a pretty funny scene. I thought it was funny as hell when he was rapping the gift for Dak, and he was looking up the YouTube video on how to rap a gift. It was probably the worst rapped gift I've ever seen in my life. My 11-year-old probably could rap a gift a little bit better, but it just kind of shows you this generation of people, where this generation of players or generation of young guys, where they just don't learn things like this. Like, I learned how to rap a gift as a kid. You know what I mean? I'm 34, so I'm not that much older than these guys, but it just shows you the difference in generation. I thought it was funny, but, and then they, kind of cut to him and how he trimmed down from last year. And I thought that was pretty dope. He really looks a lot slimmer. He looks quicker, more explosive than I thought he would look, because, you see all of the drills, you see the ladder drills, the agility stuff that he's done in the offseason, but actually seeing the game speed and being able to see him be shifty, beat people in one-on-ones, getting into his cuts a little bit quicker, into his moves a little bit quicker. I'm very excited about what the season will look like for Zeke. Let's skip to Micah Parsons, where homeboy is just a goofball, man. He's a goofball that can play football. And, he's a goofball that can play. It's pretty funny. He's really happy to be there, and I really like that about him. And later on, you're going to see in the Hall of Fame game where CD told him he needs a little bit more swag to him. And he talks about, like, oh, I need to call Nike, get me some new cleats. And, CD's like, yeah, that's a start. But, yeah, he really looks like he's like an old school football player, to be honest with you. And, I think that he's going to be really good for the locker room. I know that there were some character concerns, leading up to the draft. But to me, he looks like he just looks like a goofball. I don't know how else to say it, but, you just have to see it to really understand the type of player he is. And if you've been in football locker rooms, it's no different than any football locker room. You always have that goofball that when the lights turn on, they just can play. And that's him. I wanted to talk about Mojo Moment. So Mojo Moment is something where Mike McCarthy creates a period based on emphasizing the change in momentum of a game. And I thought that was very, very dope. And something that obviously as a coach, I probably want to try and mimic, because so many momentum swings can happen during a game, a turnover, or, different situations. Like, it's just different situations to gear your team for anything. And I thought that was pretty cool. He kind of took a clip from Austin Powers and kind of flipped it into something that's fun for the team. And, it looked like everybody was engaged. So I like that a lot. And then they cut to Mike McCarthy giving a speech on how he won a Super Bowl before. And, I thought that was pretty dope because that's what he expects. He expects his team to win a Super Bowl. He expects his team to, come away with the trophy. And, I do as well. You know what I mean? So, Dan Quinn's very detail oriented. You'll see that in the Hall of Fame game when he kind of breaks down or is making adjustments to how Micah Parsons is lining up. And throughout the Hall of Fame game, the thing that they kind of pointed out was early on how Micah Parsons, when he was in his effort, how he played, 110%, he played really, really hard, throughout that game. Vander Esch makes a joke, which, as a quote, it could seem like, it was pretty bad, but it was kind of a joke where it was just like, you got to know when it's your play to make. You're out here, making all the little plays and stuff. But, I think that Micah Parsons is going to be very great. I think that they cut to his family where it was just like, he keeps playing like this, he might win Defensive Rookie of the Year. And yeah, I could definitely see that. And like I talked about, the exchange between DQ and Micah Parsons was something that, that as a high school coach I deal with now with players where, oh, I can't get one more series. Oh, I can't get one more play. I thought that was pretty cool because seeing that perspective of a grown man doing the same thing that my 15, 16, 17-year-olds are doing, I thought that they put it in perspective because it doesn't matter what age group, it doesn't matter what age group, kids are going to want to play, adults are going to want to play. Doesn't matter the situation, doesn't matter if you got next week. Players that want to play are going to want to play no matter what. So I thought that was pretty cool. And that's pretty much it, man. I look forward to seeing episode 2 next week, but let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Based on my notes, maybe you had some stuff that I missed that you thought was essential to the episode. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure, like I said, to like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. Peace.